There! Look over there! A cheetah! A cheetah in the wild! Nope. Just a piece of paper and a guy's hand. No cheetah. Or at least no cheetah yet. Here on Drawing Practice 19 for Drawing Right and Left, we've got a cheetah. And the cheetah will be reclining, laying back, having a good time, wide-eyed, open mouth. And the reference for this is a nature photograph. A little bit different from the elephant video, where the reference for that was a drawing out of an old book. Which means we'll be getting a little bit more detail here. Now, laying out the drawing, the first thing I began with was the nose. Looking at that as kind of like an anchor point. Trying to figure out how big the nose should be. Depending on how big I draw the nose, that will dictate the dimensions of the entire drawing. And because we're limited by the dimensions of our paper, we need to try to get the biggest cheetah we can get on the paper while maintaining the proper proportions. And I probably could have gone about an inch more to the left on the nose. We'll take a look a little bit later in the final drawing where part of the tail is a little bit off the paper, but for the most part, everything got aligned properly due to that pre-planning. And because the cheetah is taking up a large part of the paper, we're able to get a fairly detailed view of the fur. Now, when looking at the fur, we'll have a little bit different shading depending on the body part that we're looking at. The fur on the belly will be a bit lighter in color. The fur on the front will be darker. And the fur on part of the hind leg will be darker. Now, there will be an area where the hind leg will end and the rear of the cheetah will begin, where the tail will be attached. It's important in that transition area to have a change in shading in the fur to differentiate the two different body parts. And we should talk a little bit more about how the cheetah is laying down. The front right leg and the rear right leg of the cheetah. Those are the main two legs that are in contact with the ground, and they're bent inward more than the others. And we've got the cheetah looking at the viewer. Not directly head-on, but kind of like a quarter turn or maybe even like an eighth of a turn of the head, with the eyes turning to follow. And the focal point of the entire drawing will be the head of the cheetah. That's partly why I wanted to begin by drawing the nose, and by defining a few of the major facial elements. And to compare it again to the elephant drawing, which was more of an action shot, with the different animals and characters depicted a little bit further away. Here with our cheetah, we need to be a little bit more careful to be anatomically correct and take advantage of all the room we have for more detail due to the close-up view. That covers the general layout pretty well, but we should talk a little bit about method. we're back to the right hand after we'd been going left for a little while, for a few videos. And I found myself applying a bit of what I've been learning with my left hand to drawing with my right hand. I've mentioned before in previous videos a little bit about being too heavy-handed. And what do I mean by heavy-handed? I mean applying too much pressure with the pen onto the paper. And I've had to do quite a bit of unlearning when it came to that and my right hand. And here, for our cheetah, I began by laying down a very light layer, and then gradually laying down more ink where it needed to go. And I don't think I mentioned it yet, but those blue plastic things actually help out quite a bit. I tried using index cards before in previous videos, but they didn't work out too well. But I'm very happy with the blue plastic things. They help to avoid any ink smudging or paper warping. And I've actually been using a little bit thicker of paper for the past couple of videos too. I might go back to normal printer paper, or it might end up being a thing where the type of paper would depend on what kind of drawing I'm thinking about doing. And one more thing about using different colored ink. I've mainly been using black, blue, and red ballpoint pens. And I kind of like doing a drawing all in one color and then adding a little bit of another color to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. I did that here with a little bit of red in the mouth. And I'll probably end up playing around a little bit with different color combinations depending on the drawing. And here we can get a close-up view of the finished cheetah. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Now the real question is, can I make a cheetah sound? Yeah, I actually did not know, but they make these, like, weird bird noises, along with normal cat-type noises. But that's all for Drawing Practice 19 for Drawing Right and Left.